Hey everyone, so I'm just coming to you today because of, just wanted to talk, but I wanted to show this too. Look at that cute little girl down there, sleeping away. So anyway, yesterday, thoughts that hit my brain. First thought, and sorry I look like crap and I don't care. I don't feel good either. The paparazzi lawsuit against Sorenson and the former ex-consultants, they claim they have damages because people left the company and or quit or whatever. But here's the deal. Paparazzi, if people commented in either the Crack the Crown group or any other anti-MLM channel or whatever, and paparazzi saw that, paparazzi would cancel those consultants for disparaging remarks in violation of their policy and procedures. I'm sorry, don't we live in America where we have freedom of speech? And yeah, there is freedom of speech and there isn't freedom of consequences, but paparazzi, you can't have it both ways. In fact, one of you guys sent me a couple comments the other day, so I'm going to read them to you because I can't remember which video it's on, so let me get there. Let me get to it. Go to comments because it's a long one, but it was a pretty good one. And by the way, someone let me know who Rachel Platten was. She was apparently the one who sang Fight Song. Alrighty then. Alright, here's the comment. And it'll be a huge challenge in the cases in the U.S. court system and how it will handle it. I wonder if there will be more customers than consultants, but I really doubt it. My response was, in my opinion, the customers are the consultants. But Paparazzi has their website set up so you can order directly from them so they can say they have legit customers. But if you ask for the information on how many people ordered from the website as a customer versus how many people order as a consultant, I said the ratio would probably be a little bit more skewed heavy in favor of the consultants. But then again, in yesterday's video that I uploaded, one of the promotions is in November you can get an exclusive piece that's not available to consultants, but you as a customer can go in and order $35 worth of jewelry to get that free exclusive piece. And I can tell you this because I was one of those who did it. I was one of those consultants that went in and ordered on paparazzi.com as a customer, not a consultant, so I could get that exclusive piece. So when they do that, it skews the numbers back into their favor. These are just the things that go through my mind when I can't sleep, which has been a lot lately. I can't sleep. My body is in so much pain that it's like, I give up on it. So here's another one. You guys, I'm just going to read your comments today and comment on them. I watched a Going Out of Business live last night. A former paparazzi consultant. She talked about how she sold her jewelry, and she talked about her mental health and the extreme effect it had on her, losing all her team support and friendships once she resigned. She was saying she had a job now, and after work she has to cry in her car before she can drive home. That she can't pay her bills. She is in a lot of credit card debt for the first time in her life. The jewelry was going for $2 a piece, and that's really hard that all these people in paparazzi have just shunned her because she couldn't buy more jewelry to stay active. They actually told her to use her full-time job to buy more jewelry. Yeah, this actually happens, you guys. This shit actually happens. They tell you to go to work and get a job so you can keep buying more jewelry. And the customers will come. Because if you keep buying, they'll keep coming. Which I know for a fact that's a lie. And I said I was proud of her because she actually found the light and got out. Alright, here is the big read. Alright, here we go. Oh, she's so cute down there. Isn't she just so stinking cute? My baby. All right, so Papa is now considering their consultants as employees. This is in response to the lawsuit against Jerry and Shannon, whatever. Shannon v. Paparazzi v. Shannon and all those other names. And if so, where's the withholding of taxes and income, and where are the employee benefits? Are consultants employees or individual contractors? Now, I think the reason that this comment was made was there was a little bit of confusion. So let's clear that up. Paparazzi had a former employee, and that former employee was, let go from Paparazzi. And let me find the Paparazzi versus Sorenson. Okay, so the employee is Sorenson, okay? And Miss Melissa Sorenson was a Paparazzi employee at the corporate office. So she was paid a paycheck. And when she started her job at Paparazzi Corporate, she signed a non-disclosure agreement, okay? So in signing that non-disclosure agreement, okay, she agreed to keep corporation secrets confidential. All right. Well, sad to say this, but she didn't. So she signed this confidentiality agreement according to the complaint, on the 9th of January 2018. So that's when she started her job or accepted her position at Paparazzi Corporate, January 9th, 2018. And she signed that document, which is called Confidentiality Agreement and Non-Competition Agreement, Paparazzi Employees. Now, Utah has a lot of laws on the books. Utah is full of MLMs, okay? Full of them. Utah has hundreds of them. Hundreds. Some of the big ones in this, Utah are USANA, Yonique, Young Living, doTERRA, Paparazzi is one of them. Those are some of the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. So, yeah, the atmosphere is big out there for MLM corporate world. So, it makes sense that they would not allow you to share inside information on that MLM company, and you couldn't go get a job working for another MLM company because that's a competition agreement. So she signed this. Now, if Sorenson understood what she signed, I don't know. But if it was me and I was Miss Melissa Sorenson, I would have read the hell out of that document before I signed it. But that's neither here nor there. Back to this comment. Are consultants employees or individual contractors? Well, this complaint is against a former employee and ex-consultants. Now, here's where, because I reread this complaint to get a little bit more clarity on it, okay? So, the ex-consultants reached out to the ex-employee and asked the ex-employee to obtain confidential inside company information. What's up, honey? Oh, you're just stretching? You're stretching down there? Okay, bye-bye. She's gonna go eat. You gonna go eat? Okay, bye-bye. So the ex-consultants and the employee were engaging in activity that is not clean hands, okay? So they were sued. But when I originally did my post about the lawsuit Paparazzi against the Sorenson group, there is a doctrine of unclean hands, all right? So it's a legal term. So I'm just going to Google it so I can tell you guys. So the doctrine of unclean hands, according to Westlaw, okay, equitable defense. What does this mean? the equitable defense that bars relief to a party who has engaged in inequitable behavior, including fraud, deceit, unconscionably, or in bad faith. Okay? How has paparazzi engaged in fraud, deceit, and in bad faith? How? Well, they didn't have a income disclosure until Savannah Marie exposed them. They lied about their product's health and safety concerns by claiming it was lead and nickel free, and then they quietly took those claims down. Then they stopped selling their Starlit Shimmer line that was intended for people 14 years of age and up, but they clearly marketed it to children. So there's that. So, you know, if the related party if the related subject matter of the party's claim, the unclean hands doctrine is also known as the clean hands doctrine, okay? The unclean hands doctrine typically applies to only equitable claims for relief and damages. So paparazzi is claiming damages against these individuals because they lost a lot of business. Here's the deal, paparazzi. Who was canceling their consultants on a daily basis, mind you, for people making comments in social media groups and on social media videos and speaking out against things? Who was freely canceling their consultants on a daily basis because of them violating the policies and procedures and making disparaging comments against the Queen, Misty Kirby? Who? It was you, paparazzi. So how can you claim damages and lost profits when you engaged in canceling your own consultants? And that should be a defense for the party that's being sued by paparazzi, honestly, because paparazzi in the complaint, in fact, I will go to the damages portion again. In fact, I'll pull this up, so give me a second to do that. Let me get this up on my screen on the other side over here. Come here. Let me pull this up. Alright, and let me make it bigger. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, and let me get my display image here. Alright. I'll move me over just a touch, because Lily's in Daddy's office. Alright, so here's the confidentiality agreement that she signed. So let's go all the way down to the claims for relief. So first claim for relief. Sorenson signed and agreed to abide by the confidentiality agreement, which contains the language: upon any act of impending violation of this agreement, the company will be entitled to an issuance of a restraining order, preliminary and permanent injunction without bond, restraining or enjoining such violation. So she breached her agreement that she signed. And like I said, she probably signed it without really reading it. So that falls on her for her negligence. But at the same time, you should understand and you should know what's in that document, okay? You should know what you sign. And I'll preach and harp on this for as long as I can. But know what you sign, people. All right. Specifically, certain consultants have discovered defendants' improper and illegal access to confidential information. Well, again, unclean hands here. Paparazzi, your own brother, Taylor Kirby, has gone out and personally threatened some of these ex-consultants, saying, "I know your address." And he's threatened to dox them online, to let everyone know where they live. He's threatened doxing. So again, hands are not clean there. All right. As to the ex-consultant defendants, their intentional interference with paparazzi's economic relationship with their conspiracy to steal paparazzi confidential information and harm efforts paparazzi causing irreparable harm to paparazzi are sufficient grounds to provide a preliminary and permanent injunction for relief. All right. Second, breach of contract against Sorenson. Let's see. It's basically the same as the first one. She access records she shouldn't have accessed. She gave them to somebody. Breach implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. Well, again, paparazzi, your hands are not clean there, so that's kind of a shit defense and prayer for relief. Claim for relief against all defendants, and this is the one that I'm going to go into more, so give me a second. I need some water. All right. Defendants have intentionally interfered with paparazzi's existing prospective clients and consultants. No, we have not. That is the thing, is we're not going out there seeking people to watch our content. We are not actively going out there and telling people, hey, you should quit. Case in point, me, okay? When I find out that somebody has quit, I will reach out to them and say, hey, I understand you've left the company. And before I even reach out to them, I look them up to see if they still are active as a consultant on the Paparazzi website. And why do I do that? One, because I want to make sure they are truly canceled. Two, I want to make sure that they are completely out before I reach out, because I do not want to get them in trouble for communicating with me. Okay? It's to protect them. So the other day, you know, and you guys don't have to reach out to me and ask for my address and send me your starter kits anymore. I have the information I need. But I am grateful that those of you who did sign up for the kit were just kit snatchers. But, you know, you guys telling me, and this has been a treasure trove of information, and I appreciate you guys sending it to me. But those of you who signed up just to help a friend reach director for the month so they could get points or whatever, and you got your kit, and you picked out what you wanted to keep from that starter kit, I don't want the jewelry from it, okay? Give it away to somebody else, or do yourself a favor and sell it on eBay in a lot, okay? I don't need the paperwork. I have the paperwork from the starter kits. Now, if you have a most recent starter kit, like one from the last couple of months, and that starter kit, in fact, let me pull this out. Okay, so in the most recent starter kit, you know how they have the quick start guide, okay, where it has all the pretty pictures and everything, and it tells you where to reach the paparazzi help desk and all that other stuff, and how to access your back office, and where to order your business cards, and so on and so forth. In these books, if they still have lead and nickel free claims in them, yes, I want that. And if you want to just send me the book that shows that it still says lead and nickel free in the starter kit, that's what I want in this welcome packet, okay? Because that information is what I need to show that they are still making that claim to new consultants. Because if they have not updated their starter kit, and they have not put in the starter kit, you know, the truth, it would be nice. I mean, I still go through this, and I see all these pro tips and all this other bullshit stuff. I think of Tian's blog, and I swear she takes a lot of this stuff that's in these books and incorporates them into her blog. So here's the starter kit from November of 2021, okay? So this is the starter kit from November 2021, where it says it's lead and nickel free, all right? And then what's the other thing that's still in this starter kit? This picture right there, where it talks about Starlit Shimmer, and look, there's a little kid wearing Starlit Shimmer earrings. All right, so this kind of stuff, and so it's the accessorized book that comes in your starter kit. If any of you have that book still, that's the information I need from the newest starter kits. Okay, so if you signed up in the last couple of months after December, if you signed up after December and you have your starter kit booklets, all I need is the accessorized book, because that's where the information is. I'm pretty sure they have not updated anything else in this packet of accessorize, invite, and become. But that information would be helpful. All right, so defendant's interference was done through improper means, and the interference violates the settled common law involved intentionally deceitful acts and surreptitious to obtain and use disclose paparazzi's confidential information. Yeah, what they did was shady as shit. I'm not going to lie. What these ladies engaged in and how they coerced the former employee to get them the information that they needed and or wanted, it was surreptitious. And it was kind of shady as shit. But, like I said in another video, was Melissa Sorenson bait? Was she set up? I mean, that's something, it's my little conspiracy theory in all of this. And it would be great if it could be proven at trial that they fired her, kept her accounts open so she could continue to access it, so they could go make her the fall guy. I mean, I would love to see something like, I would love to see that looked at. Fifth claim. Defendants discussed, conspired, and determined to violate their agreement with paparazzi. All right. Again, you know how cell phone contracts are basically one-sided and they benefit the cell phone company and not the consumer? And this is the system we have set up for ourselves in this country. We are put into these contracts and these agreements, and they're usually one-sided agreements. And those one-sided agreements protect the corporations, not the consumers, and not the employees, okay? So paparazzi and their policies and procedures, you're supposed to be held to those policies and procedures even after you quit the company. No, I quit. And you're an independent consultant. All right? You are totally an independent consultant. So by being an independent consultant, you're not held to those rules and regulations. So, like this person's comment on my channel the other day, when did they come up and produce this non-disclosure agreement document? Well, they did it when they hired this new employee. And where's the addendum that made everyone aware of it? That's the thing. It was just for Melissa Sorenson. Paparazzi consultants are not held to a non-disclosure agreement. Okay? So, you're held to the policies and procedures. So let me get those open, shall I? Let's pull up those paparazzi policies and procedures. It's under old Firefox. No, it's under, which thing do I have it under? Oh, it's under this. Come and knock on our door. We'll be waiting for you. I can't find the shit in the burger to do. Okay. So here's the policies and procedures. Thanks for the little commercial break there. All right, let me put this down. All right, so policy and procedure time. Let's do a find. What is it? Sell for, let me find all of them. No international sales, online products, parties, fairs, inventory loading, I love how they have the whole thing of bonus buying in here, and they don't, you know, they tell you not to buy more than you can legitimately sell, but yet all their promotions are telling you, you know, you have to. And then they do this whole inventory buyback. Let me show you. if this is it. Cancellation due to inactivity. Let's see. Less than. Let's see how many I can find under the word less. 1, 2. There's a lot of holding harmless. All right, here it is. And again, this is a policy and procedure that they hold their consultants to, but yet you're an independent consultant. As a 1099 employee, you set the rules. You are not supposed to be held by rules, regulations, terms, conditions. You're an independent contractor, meaning you get the job done how you see fit. And if an employer or a contracted employer tries to hold you to work hours and doing all this other stuff, then you're not a contracted employee. You're an employee. And they need to pay the taxes, provide you with benefits, provide you with paid time off, provide you with all of the benefits they give their regular employees, because if they are contracting you, you do the job when and how and where you see fit. You don't go to an office and do it. So when Paparazzi sees this, okay, this is the section I'm going to read. Retailing and reselling. Offering or advertising these types of promotion lowers the retail price of each piece sold below the required $5 U.S. minimum. Doing so compromises the entire Paparazzi program. For all consultants, any promotion of a consultant's independent business or the Paparazzi opportunity through any channel of communication, public or private, is considered advertising. Additionally, giving away free items that are not sold by Paparazzi can lead customers to the assumption that those items are part of Paparazzi products. As outlined in Section 5.13, offering non-Paparazzi products alongside Paparazzi products compromises its good name and leads to Paparazzi name and branding being associated with inferior products. But Paparazzi, your product is pretty fucking inferior. Any exceptions to this policy must be authorized by a Paparazzi officer in writing prior to the sale or the event. So, again, Paparazzi has all these rules and they intend to hold you to these rules, but really, according to the FTC, they can't. They cannot hold you to these rules, okay? And, you know, here's defendants then actually illegally access Paparazzi's secure database. Well, if they actually illegally access the database and stole information, how did they have access to that? Because if Paparazzi, like I said, if they were negligent in not shutting that down, they kind of have themselves to blame in this, just a little bit, okay? And as a direct result, defendants' conspiracy and unlawful acts has been to and will continue to be damage, including lost business. Lost business. Like I said, Paparazzi, you were having a great time canceling your own consultants for just commenting on stuff. Okay, so there's that. So back to this. So lost business. My ass. Anyway, so back to this person's comment. So I kind of responded to her in that same thing. I said, you know, policies and procedures, they hold all consultants to those policies and procedures, even though legally they can't. And that was my humble opinion on the whole thing. And then she responded, I've just never seen a situation where an independent contractor is held to a set of policy and procedures or a non-disclosure agreement or a set of rules that would be normally applicable to a group of employees and not contractors. They can't have it both ways. Exactly. They can't have it both ways. But they sure as hell are going to try. Okay? They sure as hell are going to try to have it both ways. They need to pick one side and stick with it. Again, exactly. They do. They need to pick a side and stick with it. All right? and realize that you have to choose either to be an employer or a client to your contractors. The balance of power is way off and in their favor. Exactly. Okay, do we have any idea exactly what was done with the confidential information? Like, okay, now they have this info, how did they use it? Now, the confidential information, I do know that some people had posted it to groups on Facebook. I do remember watching a Crack the Crown and a Feisty Bombshell video where they disclosed that they had less than 100,000 active consultants at the time of recording that video. They had given a little bit of tidbits of information, making it public. So I do know that it was discussed amongst people in that group, and they put it out on videos, and I watched those videos and saw what they had said. Right. So that was interesting to me. Alright, so most of you have been making some really great comments, and I had another person reach out to me, and I'm going to read this story really, really quick. I came across your videos, and by you pointing out this stuff on Nihao Jewelry, and I saw another place called Iris Fashion Jewelry, I noticed that the stuff wasn't unique, and it wasn't unique to Paparazzi. So I've recently canceled my account. I sent over, and this makes me a little sick to my stomach. She's canceled her Paparazzi account. She sent back through the Buyback program over 11,000 pieces. 11,000 pieces. All right, so through the Buyback program, 11,000 pieces, if they deem to buy back all 11,000 pieces, and I don't know if she had Z in there or not. I don't know if there were Z collection pieces in there or not, but she had 11,000 pieces. That's about $22,000 that Paparazzi would agree to buy back if they deem it appropriate. So on top of that, she sent back 11,000 pieces, and she paid the shipping in the hopes that they'll deem it appropriate. So while I was talking to her, I asked her if she made her VIP page and Facebook group and all that other stuff private. And she said, no, why? And I said, are you selling what you didn't send back to Paparazzi at a discounted rate? And she said, yes. I'm like, you need to go into your group right now and remove everybody that was on your Paparazzi team. You need to make that group private. You need to follow all the information I give you on the How to Quit blog, and then I gave her a link to the blog, and I told her to remove everybody, remove the Paparazzi name, remove the fact that she's an independent consultant of Paparazzi because she's not, remove everybody in her upline and downline, and pray to God that not one of those people took a screenshot of her selling her stuff at discounted prices and sent it to compliance. Because, and here is the why. Because when you send your jewelry back to Paparazzi for it to be bought back, the personal volume is subtracted from your upline's organizational volume. Okay? So it's subtracted from their paycheck for that month. Yeah. So they're going to do everything in their freaking power to protect that paycheck. And how are they going to protect that paycheck? By reporting you to compliance, so everything you sent to be bought back by the company gets cut. Because that is how shady Paparazzi is when it comes to buying things back. They will look for any excuse in the book, which is why it can take up to 60 days for them to make a decision and determine what they will buy back. So, thankfully, this young lady kept pictures of everything she sent back to Paparazzi. She didn't invoice it, but she kept pictures of everything that she sent back, and she has the receipts. I told her if they deem her invalid or ineligible for the buyback program, which is a one-sided policy and procedure that's completely bullshit, I told her she needs to go to her state attorney general and file a complaint. because she has the rights under the FTC to do with that product that she wants to do. Paparazzi expects you to throw it away and get rid of it, but you shouldn't have to do that, okay? You shouldn't have to throw it away and get rid of it or dispose of it, according to them. It's yours. You can do what you want with it, and if you're trying to recoup what little cost you can, do it. So anyway, off of the soapbox for today. So yeah, those were the thoughts that have been going through my brain while I've been unable to sleep the last few days. So I just get on and share them, and I apologize for looking how I look today. I look how I feel, and that's a nice way of putting it. I look how I feel. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye.